controlling your emotions is a very difficult thing to manage in trading, especially in trading, because you will be confronted with your emotions every day, every single second when you trade and when you are on the charts. So this one I want to cover today. So the first thing that I would say is very important to overcome this is don't blame the markets. You cannot blame the markets. The market is random. There is a infinite possibility of price going up, down, sideways, whatever it's going to do. There is an infinite possibility of price doing what it's doing. So it's a random market. You cannot ever predict it with 100% certainty. That's impossible. You cannot predict the market, all right? But this doesn't mean you can win. This doesn't mean you can win. This means that you have to stack the probabilities in your favor. But here's when the emotions come in, because if you get a few losses in a row, even if you have a profitable strategy over time, if you get those few losses, you will start to get emotional. This is inevitable at the beginning of your journey, but there are steps to fix this issue. So that's the first thing that I would tell you guys is don't think that you can beat the market. All right, the market is not your enemy. You are your own enemy. So you have to overcome your emotions in order to trade profitably over time. All right. So this is the first thing. Don't think the market is your enemy. The second point is don't revenge trade. All right. Never do this. This is what I did in the beginning of my journey. I did this almost every day. I just revenge traded when I saw a loss. I didn't want to end the day with a loss. I didn't want to end the week with a loss. So one thing that for example, what I did is I just eliminated trading on Fridays, because Fridays I lost the most and it was the last day of the week. So when I fucked up that day, the last day of the week, I tend to overtrade the most because I just couldn't finish the week with a loss. I couldn't do it. I couldn't handle it, because then I had to sit the whole weekend just thinking about that trade, like why did I lose? And I would just fuck up my trading that same day. Make a rule that you can only take a few trades per day, or even one trade per day. Like me, I'm only trading one trade per day, one setup per day. And after that, just stop for the day. Just stop, because this will help you control your emotions so much. This will do a lot for you. The third point is the fear of losing. So there are a lot of people who fear losing very much in trading, myself included, and I still do it a little bit. I still fear losing sometimes. During this time, I still fear losing, but losing is not wrong. Losing is actually getting you closer to your win. If you have an edge, if you know you got a profitable strategy, you have an edge over time. When you get those losses, for example, when you get a losing streak after a period of wins, you will start to doubt your strategy, and you might want to fix things. You're thinking, maybe I can just better change this. And if I change this, then it will work out over time. But the whole problem with this stuff is that if you keep changing your strategy after you encounter a losing streak, then you will delay your process instead of shortening it. There's no shortcuts in trading. So I would say don't fear losing. If you lose a few trades in a row, you have to keep in mind that the next win is closer after that loss. Of course, this is completely different with strategies. So because myself, I have a win rate of about 50%, and I'm risking 1 to 3 R's. So I have a positive RR. So I can sometimes even get away with a 40% win rate, for example. So if I get a losing streak of 3 trades, sometimes even 4 trades, I still keep trading the same way I did, because if I win one, I got back all my losses. And if I win one again, I will be in profit. So those losing streaks, you can easily overcome those if you know how to do that. So that's the third point. Overcome the fear of losing. Get confidence in your strategy. The fourth point I want to cover is FOMO. FOMO is something that all beginners struggle with. All beginners struggle with this and are still struggling with this. Even profitable traders are struggling with it sometimes, but they just know when to shut off their emotions and don't trade. For example, you take a trade and you close your trade at a 1-1 or a 1-2, for example. But the trade goes higher. It goes all the way to 1-4, 1-5, and then it comes back down. A lot of traders would think, well, I should have just hold it. Instead of making 200, I would have made 400. This is greed. This is what destroys a lot of traders. And I didn't notice this until I saw it in my own trading. You have to be okay with your wins. What I'm trying to tell you is that you can never predict how far price is going to go. It can just stop at a 1-1 and then goes back down. It can stop at a 1-2, it can stop at 1-3. But you have to be okay with any wins as long as you're following your trading plan. If you followed your trading rules, you did nothing wrong. So there's no reason to hold the trade if you are closing the trade according to your plan. All right, there's no reason to hold it. You can never predict how far the market will go. So this is an issue that you have to eliminate very fast. FOMO is going to delay your trading process. The fifth point I want to cover is the most important one: overconfidence. So there are traders actually that have beginner's luck. For example, I knew a trader who I helped. He was actually he was a friend of mine, and I helped him. And eventually he bought a challenge. He messaged me. I bought a challenge. I'm gonna trade according to my plan. I explained to him what he has to do to reach a target. You have to follow your plan strictly and don't deviate from your rules. So he showed me his P&L, and I was surprised because I saw that he almost passed his challenge already, 80%. And I thought, all right, there's something isn't right because he's just 1 month into trading. Of course it can happen, but I thought he has some beginner's luck, but maybe he will handle this, and he just found his strategy after 1 month. It's possible, guys. You can find your strategy that suits your personality inside 1 month. But the problem is he didn't encounter losses. He never encountered any losses yet in his journey. So when he started to lose, he couldn't handle it. So the next week I didn't hear from him. So I was kind of expecting that he was probably losing money. And there's nothing wrong with that, but he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle those losses. So he kept trading, and he blew his account after the second week was over. So I talked to him after the second week, and he blew his account. What this means is, in his case, he was overconfident because he kept placing trades, and when he lost, he couldn't handle it. So he kept trading. He kept trading when he lost, and he was clearly doing something wrong because this wasn't a strategy. This was just luck. And he just kept trading, and eventually he blew his account. I told him, look, you're just 1 month in. There's nothing wrong with blowing your challenge. I blew, I think, 5 challenges before I passed my challenge finally. And when I blew the last challenge that I took like a 6-month break, and I was just grinding it out on trading, practicing before I bought another challenge. So that's the fifth point, and the last point I wanted to cover in this video. I kind of just wanted to talk about how you can handle this stuff, and I kind of just want to talk about this today. I hope this helped you. If you liked the video, subscribe, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.